Okay, hey guys, TronKat here, and I decided to do a new camera angle and stuff. I mean, I know it's still the stuff behind me, but I got, my chair over there. I'm actually standing up in this video, so, there's that. I'm not sitting down like some lazy person, gah. But yeah, I'm actually, I'm using, this my mom's camera, because all my other ones don't show me what I'm looking at and all that. And I have a stopwatch with me on my phone that I did a review of, actually. And it'll tell me when my time is up. So yeah, okay, I'm doing a quick review of Heavy Rain because I am going to do my Game of the Year stuff later this month. And I wanted to get as many good games, and try them out before I make my Game of the Year review. I tried out a bunch of games. There's still some games I haven't played, but I'm just going to swipe those out of the way and say that, I didn't play these, so I can't put them in the award, but this is just the award of what I have played. But anyway, so yeah, I've been playing a lot of games. So yeah, right now I'm going to do my quick review of Heavy Rain, just to let you guys know how much I liked it and how much I think that you guys should get it or not get it. So yeah, Heavy Rain is basically, the way I consider it, a lot of people say, oh, it's just a movie. Oh, you're just clicking buttons through a movie. That's not completely true. I kind of thought that's kind of how it was. I wish it was more like that, because honestly, some of the, actual gameplay where you actually use the controller and stuff was bleh. So yeah, it's not, I consider it like a movie that you decide stuff, and every now and then you pick where to go and have to find out stuff. That's the way I consider it. It is still a game. It is definitely a game. You do use a controller, walk around and stuff, so yes, it is a game. Yeah, so that's just want to get out of the way. Now the first thing I want to mention is the presentation in the game. This is the first time I think I'm ever going to mention voice acting in a game in a review. But anyway, yeah, the presentation of the game is amazing. I just want to say that right now. The graphics are beautiful. Not all the graphics. There are a couple graphical blehs. Like, this game has a lot of graphical flaws, I think. So I cannot give it a 10 out of 10 in this portion. It's because it's got, like, a lot of the, objects that you see are really just, like, boxes, and they just look really sloppy. I mean, that's the way I consider it, and some of the pictures just look bleh. I don't really have anything to explain that, but if you've played it, you understand what I mean, like some of the, keyboards, remotes, I mean, small stuff, so it's not that big a deal, but some of the small stuff just looks like they just, designed it in, 2 seconds, and we're just like, okay, next thing. Yeah, so, that bothered me a little bit, but everything else about the presentation, I mean, the environment, like the, buildings and the character models and car models and all that, and all the rainfall and effects look great. The character models look fantastic. So yeah. And another thing I want to say is there's so many different character models. I mean, yeah, you'll see one that's been repeated a couple times, like here and there. There's a side character model that's not really even in the story, repeated, and you're just like, huh. But you just say, oh well. I mean, you can't design a billion character models, so yeah. That's not really anything bad. I mean, they did design a lot of character models for this game, so yeah, I'll give them that. Now, what else? The voice act in this game is a little but also wow. Some of the characters sound great, sound fantastic, and have great lines and all that. They're totally believable, but also some characters sound a little Like the children, they sound kind of weird, and some of the characters don't really seem like they have the correct voice or something. I don't know, sometimes it just seems like, why pick that voice for that character? But, I mean, it's only like 1 or 2 occasions, and besides that, it's all fantastic. Yeah. So, yeah, that's all I can really say. I mean, the rainfall looks fantastic, the cars look great, environments are pretty nice, except for a couple niches here and there. And, yeah. I mean, the presentation is fantastic. That's all I have to say. Now, onto the gameplay. This is where the game gets really bleh. Like, really bleh. There's some, just, the walking in general. This is awful. I just have to say that right away. I didn't know someone could screw up walking, but they found out how to. They definitely found out how to screw up walking. The way you walk, if you're using the DualShock 3, is hold R2 to walk and, maneuver by using the joystick. That was just the stupidest thing. And when the camera changes, sometimes the controls won't change, So you think that your character is gonna like start walking that way when the character changes, but no, it's still walking the same way, and you think, oh god, I gotta change my motion to, making it go that way, but no. And then it just like screws you up and you're just like, it's so annoying. It's like, whoa, I'm over here, wait, no, the camera and the walking combined just makes it just anyway, yeah, that was just terrible. Like, whoever's idea it was, like, let's make R2 walk. That's brilliant. You're a genius. No, that guy's retarded. And he should be fired right now. Whoever said R2 should be walk, bam, he should just get kicked out right now. Just like, bam, just kick him out the door. Okay, no, not that serious, but still, it's odd. It's awful. You get kinda used to it. I mean, but even me, like, on my second playthrough, even sometimes I was still, like, going, like, eh. It was really annoying. Now, but besides that, and some of the QuickTime events are great. Sometimes they overdid it, like in the, I'm not going to spoil anything, but in the second trial, you'll know what I'm talking about once you play the game, or if you've already played the game. In the second trial, you've got to hold, like, every button on the controller at once. If you're on the hardest difficulty, if you're on the hardest controller setting. And even if you're not on the hardest controller setting, you still have to hold like 5 different buttons. And it is so annoying. Like, I didn't know how hard it was until I actually played it. Because I had heard a couple people say that, and I was like, how hard can it be? And then I tried it, and I was like, holy crap. Like, I asked like 5 people, they agreed with me. They said on the second trial, they also failed. Like, but on their first try, the second trial. My next time, I didn't fail, because, I put it on the easiest controller setting. I was like, forget that, easiest controller setting, It was still a pain. I still got shocked a couple times. But anyway, I hope that didn't spoil anything. I just said something that could have spoiled something. Just ignore me. But yeah, I mean, it was still pretty, cool. But besides that, the QuickTime events and all that work fine. A lot of stuff, it works really fun. I mean, it uses the 6-axis too. I like that. I personally like the 6-axis. Everybody else is just like, bleh, why'd they put that in there? I don't know. I like it. I thought in Killzone 2 it worked really well too. So yeah. 5 minutes. Okay, yeah. So the gameplay is, sometimes it's got a little niches here and there and, little annoying things. But besides that, the QuickTime events are really fun. And, it's no problem. Especially if you're using the move. The move is actually a lot better to walk with because you don't have to hold trigger to walk with the move. You just walk. They got it right with the move. All you have to do, I'll explain it to you. All you have to do is this. They should have done that in the first place, but no, they're just like, let's do the R2. It's a great idea. No, yeah, so that was so annoying, but anyway, they fixed that with the move, so if you want to play with the move, I thought it was a little better when I played with the move on my, like, 3rd playthrough or something, I don't know, it was good with the move. Yeah, okay, on to the story, because the story is the main focus. Okay, well, in the story, you play as 4 different characters. I don't feel like explaining their names, because I don't have enough time, but you play as 4 different characters, and each character has his kind of own gameplay style. Ethan, the dad, he's kind of got, like, a Saw-like gameplay style, except for in the beginning, he's got, like, a normal, just walk around, do stuff gameplay style, but that's just the tutorials and all that. But in, like, the later parts of the game, it's like Saw. When you're, like, if you know what the movie Saw, yeah, it's like playing through Saw in the later parts. So that was kind of, I really liked his gameplay style. I thought it was really fun. With Madison, you get the sex appeal part of the game. It's just like, a couple times you have to do some stuff to get some answers or something. You have to do this, blah, blah, blah. It's, her gameplay is kind of unique. It's, kind of fun. I mean, hers was probably one of the least fun I had playing with the characters, because, I mean, she didn't have that many QuickTime events, so, I mean, it was a little weird, but, I mean, it didn't bother me. I mean, there was a couple scenes with her that I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool, but it wasn't anything special. Now, with Norman, Jason, or whatever his name is, Norman, the FBI guy, his gameplay are pretty fun. You get these cool little glasses that you wear, and, they, like, bring you into a virtual world, which is kind of funny, because me and Michael's game idea, we thought of that, and then when I play Heavy Rain, I'm like, whoa, this reminds me so much of what I came up with for a storyline idea for my game. And I was like, I don't think I can do that anymore. But anyway, yeah. I thought his places were really fun, it had some sort of like side plot that you had to, do. It was pretty cool. His gameplay parts were kind of fun, just going around, looking for clues and stuff. It was actually pretty fun trying to figure out the whole case. I liked his gameplay. And the final character, Scott. Scott. His gameplay was it was like going around talking to the families of the origami killer's victims. It was like going around talking to them, finding out stuff, and those were pretty unique. I liked his gameplay style. I liked his yeah. I mean, it was all unique. I don't want to really spoil anything because this game is all about the story. If you're not a story person, don't avoid this game at all costs. If you love story, go buy this game right now because you'll love it. I'm a huge story guy, but I just feel like there's only 6 endings to the game, so I'm just like, I'm just gonna rent it for a week and then be done with it, so I can review it. I got about 3 endings, I think. I didn't get all of them because I just got kind of bored of playing the game after a while. Because honestly, your choices in the game, you can make different choices to have different outcomes and have little, unique things happen. Your choices in the game don't really matter towards the story until about the last 2 hours, which kind of disappointed me because I would do different stuff at the beginning of the game, and then the same stuff would happen except with like different lines, or like you didn't have to do this one small thing, or someone would have something. It's just like small things in the first like 6 hours or 7 hours, and then in the final 2 hours, it's big things. Things happen on your choices. And things that you fail at and stuff. So, yeah. But, I mean, I did find it cool that you could kill off people in the story. You could have a bunch of different outcomes. I mean, it was pretty cool. I mean, not a bunch of different outcomes, only 6, but there's still a lot of, little things that are cool. I mean, the choices matter. I'll just say that this is one of the most choice-oriented games I've ever seen, and it's really cool. So, yeah. I'm just going to end it there. The game it's a decent game. I would say it's a rent more than a buy, because I rented it, and I'm fine with that. I was only 2 trophies away from the platinum. I didn't really care about that. I wasn't really going for the platinum. I was just going for as many trophies as I could get. But playing through the game, I mean, it was fun, but it had a lot of, like, little bleh things that just, like, bothered me so much. I'd have to give this game, this is probably one of the lowest scores I think anybody's ever given this game, and I'd have to say I have to give it like an 8.5. Only because, I mean, it was great and all, but it had a lot of little problems, like, okay, there's my timer. Okay. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'd have to give it an 8.5 only because there was a couple graphical things that bothered me, and there was just like a couple, gameplay things that really bothered me, and there were some faults with the game, but actually, God, I hate changing my score, but I don't know, it's just like 8.5, 9, it's like in between there. It's hard to give it a score because it's really close to 8.5 and 9. I'd have to say like in between there. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to give it a certain point in between there. I'm just going to say it's like in between 8.5 and 9. It's really hard to give this game a fair score. So yeah, I'm going to be coming out with a couple more reviews later today. I'm going to try to get some more reviews out, so yeah, bye.